Hey guys, happy Wednesday. I hope everyone's doing okay. I have put the majority of your rubric up. I'm making a couple of tweaks. The MLA notes kind of look weird. So I have put in Blackboard the informative speech presentation assignment. So you've got the presentation description, you've got the visual aid portion, and you've got the outline portion. So I want to just walk you through this, how you can submit it. You have now until the 14th to turn it in. It's due the 14th at end of day, like we always do on a Sunday. So I just wanted to get it up and get it in front of you so you can suss out any questions you may have between now and then, and you're not left wondering anything before you need to turn it in. So you will turn in a video. Traditionally, we do this in front of other people, but with the way things are with COVID and weird restrictions, being in front of a person or not in front of a person, I'm not requiring you to have an audience for this. So because of that, we traditionally have a peer review as part of the assignment where you have to evaluate another student. But because of the format of this and because you're just submitting it directly to me, you won't have a peer review. That will actually be on your persuasive assignment. So those points in our syllabus are going to be moved around a little bit, if that makes any sense. So overall, it should be 130 points for this entire assignment. It's 100 points for your speech, and it is 10 points for integrating a visual aid, and it's 20 points for your outline. So you have to submit all of those things to me. Now, the visual aid is a little different. You don't have to submit the visual aid. You just have to use it, and I will give you credit for it. But I just want to show you how you actually submit and turn the assignment into me. So you need to reference, if you need to reference this or remember how to. So I'm going to share my screen with you here and kind of show you what you do from your side. So you go into Blackboard, okay? And I am in the student view right here, student preview. So I placed it in its own folder, speech presentations. Okay. One second. Speech presentations. Informative speech. So here's the points, some of the information on it, the breakdown of it. Click into that. Here's additional information right here. And then you will have to click into each individual item. So informative speech presentation. This is where you actually submit the video, okay? You'll go into text submission, write submission, and you will attach a video to it. So you can either YouTube your video or you should be able to attach a regular video to it. If you can't, for some reason, attach the video, email me and send it to me that way. So at least I can grade it. And you can also see the rubric on this. So I can't see it from this format, but you get the idea because I'm in your student format. So that is, let's see, that's where you go to the actual presentation right there. Visual aid. Visual aid. If you have a PowerPoint or you have like a graph or something, you can submit it through this and attach it. But if not, then I can still grade this. I have the rubric in here, and then go back into that same folder. Speech outline, same thing. Your outline goes, you attach right here, write submission. So you can either attach through here, you can just copy and paste, or you can browse your computer and attach the file that way. So sometimes if we want to go back to the actual speech portion, sometimes when you're loading the speech up on here, it's kind of wonky and it won't let you necessarily attach through the right submission. So if you do a YouTube video, you can attach it here, but sometimes it is a little wonky if it's, a Zoom video or whatever. So with that, you would have to attach it as a file, browse your computer and attach it as a file, if that makes any sense. So just to give you guys a couple of like reviews or high points, you can have up to three note cards that you can speak of, up to 5. note cards. You can speak off. I don't want you reading this like a manuscript, like I talked about in the last lecture. It needs to be within 3 to 5 minutes. So that doesn't mean 2 minutes and 50 seconds, and it doesn't mean 5 minutes and 10 seconds. It means 3 to 5, somewhere in there. This is why you rehearse your speech and you make sure you're within the time frame. Needs to be informative and not persuasive. We discussed the difference in that in 2 lectures. So if you're having a hard time deciding if your content is informative or moving into persuasion, your discussion board this week gives you an opportunity to play around with your thesis or your main point, and you can kind of get some feedback or create some conversation within that and get some validation that you're on the right track. You need to have 2 sources. They can be cited MLA or APA in your outline, and you need to verbally cite any source you have. Otherwise, it's plagiarism. You guys know that. You've been taking English classes and speech classes ever since 8th grade or middle school, around there. So again, it's your speech is 100 points, your outline is 20 points, and your visual aid, having your visual aids and using it properly is 10 points. So over 130 points. This is the required assignment. If you miss this assignment, you won't be able to pass the course from a point standpoint. This is how we set it up. We set it up so that you only have 2 to do, but you have to submit them. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm going to put this up here on your announcements. This is probably where you're watching this, is through your announcements, but this will also be available within that informative speech presentation folder within your speech presentations folder. So be sure to get your discussion board in by Sunday, and let me know if you have any questions. We got 2 weeks to work on this, so you should have plenty of time to crank out something good, and I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you have a good day.